On the phone right now is Hoopz from Flavor of Love. So, Hoopz, what have you been doing since Flavor of Love has been a rap?
I'm f***ing everybody in the industry.
So, when you get along with rappers and athletes and other celebrities and they push up on you, what happens?
Of course, I'm going to end up with them. I'm probably going to end up sleeping with them or whatever.
Wow, Hoopz, I appreciate your brutal honesty. So, I also heard that you're a lesbian, but you don't like to give, you like to receive. How often do you and your girlfriend get it in?
Like, I'm in her mouth, like 23/7, you know what I'm saying?
How you doing?
Wow, last question, Hoopz. Do you honestly think that after your 15 minutes of fame as a rap, you will have any type of career in this industry?
Absolutely not.
Thank you, Hoopz. Don't you ever throw rocks at the throne.
Bryson's on the phone. Let's talk to Bryson. He's 22. He wants to start his own business. Hi, Bryson.
Hi, Wendy.
How are you today?
I'm doing good. I can't believe I actually got through to you.
Now, is your business either a daycare center or a funeral home? Because we'll always need those two things.
No.
Okay.
Actually, I actually want to start a big man clothing store because I'm actually a big man myself.
Okay, well, this is not time for a big name clothing store.
Really?
You realize that, don't you?
No, because I think obesity is like high in America.
Big man Well, Rochester, big and tall, and some of the other ones might have it for right now, but that sounds great. What size is your waist?
Yeah. I'm a 50.
What?
Yes! I'm getting gastric bypass surgery soon, so.
You need to go to the gym.
I try to go to the gym, but I can't leave the donuts alone, Wendy.
No, I hear you. My relationship with food is sick also.
Yeah.
So, what is your question today, Sweet Peach?
I just wanted to know, the best way to go about it. Like, right now I know the economy is kind of bad today, and I'm just trying to figure the best way to get a business plan and get it started because I went to a couple banks, and they told me that it sounds like a good idea, but my business plan is insufficient. It doesn't, really hold the water like it should. So I'm just trying to figure out some good ideas.
Well, if I were you, young man, only 22 years old, I would keep my day job, stay in school or whatever you're doing right now, and I would work on approaching the bank in another 48 months. I didn't say 12 months, or excuse me, another at least, what's 12 times 2? 24. Okay. Another 24 months. I wouldn't approach the bank anymore because when the bank starts messing around with your credit, it shows each time you get rejected. So the next time you go to the bank, you want to go with your business plan and your credit straight. So what I'm saying is look down.
Look down.
And I know you can't see that far because of that big belly.
But, a lot of things I can't see right now.
But you want to know what, though? You keep that in mind. Don't let anybody kill your dreams. It's just that now is not the time.
Now is not the time.
No. And don't keep going to the bank because it'll mess up your credit.
Yeah.
You see?
I want to apply for a car.
Nope. Next. He wants to drive. He wants to lose weight. He wants to get a fat man store. Would you focus?
Yeah. I want Beyonce, too, if I can. That's a little plug in there. Hello.
Why did I think for sure you were a gay man?
Oh, are you serious?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
I was not.
Anyway, Bryson, I wish you well with your business plan.
Thank you so much, Wendy.
You're very welcome. Thank you for listening. Dear Wendy, I'm a young lady, 20 years old, and I've realized that I have insecurity and self-esteem issues. Now, I also have a boyfriend, and I think that my issues are interfering with our relationship because I'm constantly worried about him and what he's doing. Do you think that if I break up with him that it will help me with my self-esteem issues, or is it all right for me to have a boyfriend? I mean, at 20 years old, it's perfectly fine for you to have a boyfriend. Breaking up with him is not going to give you your self-esteem issues. That's why it's called self, as in what you think of yourself. Your self-esteem, the strongest part of it comes from within, and you'll be battling to build it for years. And it's like a never-ending situation. Trust me. But it will definitely drive men away. It'll drive your girlfriends away. It'll make your parents worry about you and never let you flourish and fly. So you've got to work on your self-esteem on your own. You know, like the insecurities. When your parents see that you're weak, and a lot of times poor self-esteem comes across as being weak. then your parents don't want you, for instance, to go to the University of Colorado for college. They want you to stay right there in Neptune, New Jersey, and go to Monmouth University because they see that you have issues with your self-esteem, yourself. You let people roll over you and whatnot. Boyfriends, you will most certainly chase them away, or you'll be the girl that stays in the cut and is lied to while he goes out and has fun with other girls, and girlfriends. If your self-esteem gets the best of you and escapes out, because we all have our issues, but if yours are more than others, women won't want to be friends with you either, because nobody wants to hear, do you think I look fat? Do you think I look fat? Nobody likes to go out with girlfriends who have no self-esteem because you walk like a wilted flower. Girls want a wingman. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's go work the other side of the room. Yes. Do I look fat? Yes, you do, but walk over here. The lighting's dimmer. Now walk. Walk. See?
You better walk.
Exactly. I couldn't believe I was watching Cindy McCain passionately kissing and hugging another man. That's the stunned reaction from an eyewitness who says he watched in shock and snapped photos as the former presidential candidate's wife romantically kissed a long-haired man who resembled a washed-up 80s rock musician. In an investigation discovered by the Inquirer, the source says that the pair have been seen at concerts and sport events where they sometimes act very lovey-dovey towards each other. During one concert together, the man gave Cindy a kiss. The wealthy blonde heiress and her secret pal have been spotted together in her hometown of Phoenix over the past several years. When contacted by the Inquirer, Cindy's spokesperson said, "We don't have a comment." Wow. An 18-year age difference between John and Cindy. Cindy's 54, and I might add, intern, come off your perch and pass these pictures, Mr. Goose. I'm telling you right now, I pass these pictures. I've been in business meetings all morning and passed them around to all the suits, and everybody gagging at the National Enquirer's investigation of this one, because you don't kiss anybody but your husband like that.
Oh!
Yes, honey, yes! Yes!
It's going down.
The ponytail, the scrunchie, the turtleneck, and the man shirt. Everything matches, right?
Busted.
She's kissing him crazy. Wow, Cindy. Well, now that your man doesn't count, we don't care. That's why I didn't read the rest of the article. So Lindsay Lohan's Birkin bag, her Hermes bag, fashion technical people, was finally recovered. It was reported missing in London at Heathrow Airport. Police said that they were hunting for the culprit who made off with the bag full of like $1 million worth of jewelry. But her bag and its content were returned after being found by a chauffeur in a car parked near Heathrow Airport. He was honest enough to not take a thing, including the bag itself, which, if it's just regular leather, it was like an $8,000 bag. If it's the croc, that's $35,000. Hell, dump the jewelry, keep the bag. Keep the jewelry and the bag. You got quite a haul, y'all. So this limo driver returned everything over to the police, and now the officers believe that it was just a case of... what do they call it? Missing and recovery. So she's happy.
And that chick's tacky enough not to give that dude no reward.
Yeah, well, yeah. Then again, he was probably dopey enough not to take his reward from the bag before,
Some people are just honest.
Yes, and that is a very valiant thing. No, 3 cheers for honesty. Let's talk about Keyshia Cole's and her ignorant family. I have to tell you, I must agree with this person texting me. Why did Keyshia have her family back on TV? I'm so tired of the ghetto nonsense, yelling and fighting all the time. That's from Jackie in Queens. Has the Cole family heard of the Obama's first family? Like, can we, just straighten up just a little bit? All that toothless nonsense going on. But you know what? If BET is going to offer it, and if Keyshia wants the paycheck, and if her mother put a gospel out, Keyshia don't know to not accept something like that. Keyshia don't know That's up to BET. They call themselves a respectable cable network servicing the community, black particularly. Why would they even want to put something like that on TV? I don't know, and that nonsense, and I understand you all. It goes on in all of our families to some degree, whether it's our Uncle Cecil and Aunt Bertha or our very own mothers and fathers. But all that yelling and not yelling, it just seems to be so last year when the first family is sitting right there. Like, I know it goes on. I know. But I'm not even remotely turned on to that yes yawling going on over there. And the killer part is VH1, for the first time, you are not the guilty party for putting this mess on.
Yeah, that's what everyone keeps telling me, but it still feels like crap, I was really surprised. I could not believe it, that I thought he was doing something else. When I found out, I was devastated.
I know.